right, our 6 p.m. version sportscast is similar to the 5 p.m. one in that we're talking prep football, but our cause much different this time around. On July 26th, Hilltop football is hosting the Molina Strong Lineman Challenge for any and all teams across the county. The big boys will compete in events like truck pushing, tug-of-war, and of course, the most important, a hot dog eating contest. But why is it called Molina Strong, you ask? That's where we bring in our next two guests. Please welcome Hilltop football coach Drew Westling, and he brings along his center, Tony Meza. Tony, I'm guessing you're going to be a senior?
Yeah.
Welcome to KUSI.
Thanks for having me.
We'll start with you, Coach. Tell us about your coach, Jonathan Molina.
Yes, Coach Molina is our offensive line coach and an alumnus of Hilltop High School. About a month ago, he was diagnosed with cancer, Ewing sarcoma, up in his neck. And we are trying to do a couple things with this competition. First and foremost, raise money for his treatment and all the costs and things that come from having to go through a challenge like this. And the second thing is to give the linemen some love. I mean, 7 on 7, it is all 7 on 7.
All right, so we have some video of a lineman challenge over at Olympian. What do linemen get out of something like this, Tony?
I think linemen get recognition they don't always deserve, and it's just putting them on the map, because most of the time all you hear is just skills and getting 5-star recruits, and you never hear about linemen, so I think it's good for them to get noticed.
And Coach Molina, obviously a big part of your life. Can you talk about what he has meant to the linemen of Hilltop?
Well, I think Coach Molina has always been a part of the Hilltop community since he used to play there, and I think he's just a phenomenal coach, and he also is really good in getting to know his players and stuff, so he's just overall a great guy.
All right, so Drew, people are watching this. They assume you gave me a call and we hooked it up, which we would have done had you called us.
No doubt.
But it was actually one of your competitive coaches who called you, Coach Hans Graham from across the street. Does that speak to the love of the South Bay? I know you guys you want to beat each other on Friday night, but at the end of the day, your South Bay sticks together, doesn't it?
You know, and I think even just more than South Bay, Paul, it's just football in general. There's a really tight-knit fraternity of coaches who come together for things like this. Tyler Roach, the new coach at La Jolla, is doing a heck of a job. He's a cancer survivor himself. He reached out to me, let's do something before our first game. Scott Longerbone said, hey, we are at Steel Canyon. We're on dead period, but we'd love to donate and get another team in there. It's been really neat to see people come together, and yeah, we're going to compete like heck and trying to beat the snot out of each other when we play each other, but this will be something we can all come together and be on the same team for.
So I'm guessing the team is also going to have their own way of honoring Coach Molina during the season?
Yeah, I heard we might just, with La Jolla, one of their coaches, a cancer survivor as well, so probably going to do something with them before our first game.
So for folks who don't know, you played at Southwestern College for a little bit, went to SDSU, right?
Correct.
And now your staff has a real Aztec feel to it. And you know, Freddie Dunkel is on your staff. He was a Silver Pigskin finalist, but more importantly, he was a cancer survivor. Can you talk about Freddie's role in perhaps helping Coach Molina?
Yeah, like you mentioned, Paul, we have actually 3 former Aztecs on staff, Felix Zavala, DeMarco Sampson, and Freddie Dunkel. And as you spoke to, Freddie is a cancer survivor himself, and he has been really, really instrumental in providing support for Jonathan and his treatment. Hey, this helped me. This is how you're going to feel. These are some things that I think will help you out. And he earns instant credibility, obviously, been through it himself. So he's been awesome.
The Aztec connection, do they help you connect with the kids? Or you're young enough, you can still connect with kids like this, right?
I hope so. I think so.
I mean, that's part of your success, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think, you know, before I get into that too, if I could just make one request, if I come on again, if I could maybe not be referred to as the backup to Ryan Lindley. Keep getting all this stuff. I'm getting texts and jab last night like crazy.
We will get to that.
Okay,
all right,
good.
But that's a fair enough.
Okay.
So, you know, speaking of Aztec Nation, I don't know if you guys were here in time, but we had the Fab Five -1 in studio. Take a listen. First of all, go ahead, roll the video. Look at the 5 kids that are staying local. Bourne, Justice, Oliver, Scott, and Thomas, all 5 top 100 kids in the state of California. They were in studio and had this to say about committing to San Diego State as a group. Why did you choose to stay so close to home?
I thought it was important to try and do something that's never been done, you know, build around the city that's done so much for me.
To add on to what JR was saying, yes, I want to do something that's never been done before. And I also fell in love with the school during the recruiting process.
Do you think this is one and done, or do you think this could be a wave of, hey, it's cool to be an Aztec and more kids are going to follow in your footsteps?
I think San Diego State's been rising for the past 3-4 years, and I think with us doing this in the class of 18, class of 22 for San Diego State, I think that we're only going to spark something more, and I think the younger kids are going to see that, and they're going to start wanting to stay home.
Coach Texler, what did he have to say when you told him you were going to be an Aztec?
When I told him I was going to be an Aztec, he was like, go for it. He said that I look like an Aztec from the start based on what my brother did there too.
What does that mean to an alum?
Oh, it fires you up. You know, I think there's this perception lately of, you know, they're turning down big schools to go to a little school, and gosh, that couldn't be more far from the case in my mind. They're going to a good school who's going to become a great school if people stay home and play. I think one of the things about San Diego State that's really cool and I respect a ton is they give real scholarship offers. In an age where some schools are sending out 200 offers to kids and they, you know, really can't commit to all those kids, San Diego State, when they offer you, it is a scholarship offer and all the way through. So they're doing a heck of a job, Coach Tony White and that entire staff, and I'd love to see everybody stay around and make this a powerhouse it can be.
Well, Tony, you're the center for this team, so you have a very important role. Last year of high school football, what are your goals and objectives?
Well, obviously, we want to win a league championship again, since we couldn't get it done last year. Bring it back to Hilltop, and then try to make it as far as we can in CIF with as such a young team as we have. So.
Well, we're going to throw the graphic up again of the challenge of these categories, of the things that are going to be the pushing the truck, the bench press. What are you going to be able to do? More bench reps, or are you going to be able to eat more hot dogs?
Oh, I'm going to go with more bench reps since I like hamburgers more, but it's not going to be that far off, I'll tell you that.
Who's the biggest eater on the team?
I'm going to have to go with my guy Murdoch. Probably Nick Murdoch.
I'm sure Mrs. Mama Murdoch right now is saying, that a boy. All right, before we go, we had to go deep in the archives. I apologize for acknowledge. First of all, Chris Ello was sitting there yesterday, and he wanted to show your 30 yards of net offense game.
Yeah.
But Brandon Stone overruled that. He found this video. Please do the play-by-play.
Okay, here we go. Idaho.
We'll show it again. Tell us, what year is this?
It was 2009. Ryan banged his hand, came in. I fumbled the snap on the first series, of course, so great start. Roberto Wallace.
Pocket presence, though.
Yes, I have to step in all my throws because I can't throw it very far, so I had to get a lot of momentum in this to make it happen.
Frozen rope, Drew. That's Drew in relief of, is that an INT that we showed?
That was not me. I didn't play enough to throw INT, so that was my man Ryan. Who's awesome.
All right, well, guys, thank you very much for coming in. The date again for the Molina Challenge?
It is Wednesday, July 26th. The public is welcome. Just please bring a donation if possible.